right, so this is the fly front. I want to just show you some features. I love this method, and from factory to factory I always see the same exact method. So it's very common and it's just really simple to do and really easy to put in. Notice when the pant is cut out, there's only a seam allowance on the front, and this is much easier to do with a 3/8 than it is a 5/8. So you notice that this shield is added in, and also there's a seam right here at center front that's generally rolled under that we'll do, and I'll show you how to do all that. But there's generally a fold here, so this is 2 layers, whereas this added piece is a single layer. So that's what it looks like when it's finished, and so let's go ahead and start constructing it. I've got my pieces cut here, and I'll explain as we go. I've cut 2 pieces. They're both the same length. They're about 8 inches in length. If you need the fly to be shorter or longer, you can adjust them. And then one is generally twice as wide as the other. This one is folded in half, so it's a double layer, and I've serged along the raw edge because just to finish it. You can finish it any way you want. I'm going to lay the zipper on top. Notice that my zipper foot is on and my needle is in the left position. And if you leave your needle in that position the whole way through, you'll find you never have to change your needle position, which is kind of a nice little hint to you. Step number 1, all I'm doing is I'm sewing the zipper to the piece of fabric that's folded in half. And in every method, it seems like that we've learned zippers, we're always trying to get right next to the zipper, right next to the zipper. But in this case, it doesn't matter how close you get to the zipper. The only thing that's important is that you're actually securing the zipper to this piece. This is now called the zipper assembly. So very simple to do. I'm just sewing it zipper face up onto the tab. Then with the pant, I've actually stitched the front of the pant together. Let's just pick these up so we make sure we understand where we're at here. There's the front seam, and I've backstitched where these pieces will end. So if I were to lay these on, you can see the zipper goes right about to there. So I've started there backstitching and stitched the bottom of the crotch. So the top of the pant is actually left completely open. And I'm going to open the pant. The zipper assembly will go on this side. I'm going to actually take the pant and lay it right over the stitch that I've already done, and what's called edge stitched. And we talked about edge stitched a little while ago. We use it a lot. In this case, we're going to stitch right along the very, very edge. And it's really important to get right close to the edge. And I'm going to stitch this, and then I'll show you what I've stitched here in just a minute. I'm going to pull this up just so it doesn't pull anything away. And again, my only goal here is to cover the old stitch. Again, what I like about this method is it never matters how close I get to the zipper. I could be a long way from the zipper the whole time, and it wouldn't be any better or worse. So I'm stitching along that edge. I'm going to show you in just a minute. When I get to the bottom, I'm just going to backstitch right to the point that I started stitching the pant front together. So stitch down to that point. And you do backstitch here, so all you backstitchers who out there who just love to backstitch, this is your moment. And I'm going to clip my threads. So where I just stitched was very cleanly and neatly, and you're not going to be able to see it really well because you're using matching thread to your fabric, and that's probably a good thing because if you mess up a little bit, you really won't see it. You notice I just covered the original stitch, and I'm just coming down here right to that point, backstitch, and go back. All right, the next step is, and I've actually pressed my seam allowance back. I think that makes it just a little bit easier, is I'm going to take my narrower piece, I'm going to put right sides together and stitch the same seam allowance. And I've got it pressed on the other side, so I think that just makes it a little easier to sew, but it wouldn't make a difference whether you had it pressed or not in this particular case. Just make sure your seam allowance is consistent. And again, you're going to stitch back to that back stitch point. Everything kind of comes down to that point. It's not critical that I go all that way because what you're going to see is this piece actually is going to wrap inside the pant. Remember I said in the red pair that there was a stitch line there that folded back in. That's actually going to wrap inside the pant. And the reason it's even in there is so that I can, the zipper is secured to this side. It needs to be secured, the tape needs to be secured to this side in order for the zipper to work. So because the tape is so narrow, I'm not able to top stitch the pant and make it look nice if I attach the pant to the zipper. So I'm actually going to attach the tape to the piece, then I can stitch anywhere I want to on the front of the pant and have my fly front, which is what you'll see in a moment. But right now, once I've got this tucked away, turned under, I'm going to make sure my center fronts are pinned together. Remember when we cut the pant out, we only had a seam allowance on each side. So now I've tucked the seam allowance back on this side and edge stitched it, and I've tucked the seam allowance back on this side to sew that little piece on. So my center fronts are right back together. So I haven't altered my fit in any way. And I want to make sure the pant's just going to lay nice and flat. So those are the purposes of those two pins. I want to make sure they're vertical, and I want to make sure they go through all the layers. Now I'm going to come to the inside of the pant. And don't catch that. Let me make sure I've got that undone. I'm going to go back and redo that. I come to the inside of the pant, and what I'm wanting to secure, again, keep in mind that the zipper tape is attached to that side. It's not attached to this side, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take everything, move it out of my way, and just stitch the zipper tape to this piece that I added in. And if you notice, I'm actually stitching on the back side of the zipper. And if you'll also notice, my needle is to the left, and if you leave your needle to the left the whole time, you'll never have to change the needle, which is what I really like about this method. You'll find it's very quick and very simple. Even though there's several steps, it's very quick along the way. Now once I did that, there's really no visual change to the front. The front looks no different at all because, again, keep in mind that the only thing I did was secure the tape now to this side of the pant, which it's now secured to. And now I'm going to top stitch, and I'm free to top stitch that pant wherever I want. The only warning, and you'll only do this once, is you've got to move the zipper assembly out of the way. Otherwise, you guys know what will happen. You can't get pants open. Now you can use templates to create this fly. What I do is I just use a tape measure, and I'll put one number at center front. Most flies are 1.25 inches wide, and I'll just simply follow my tape all the way down as I'm stitching that fly front. And again, based on how many times you've done it and if it's worked or not, you'll find little ways. But again, I find as I just literally follow this all the way down. If you'll notice right here at the curve, you just curve around and come right in again to that backstitched point, and I've backstitched it right there. And you know, even here you can't even see the thread. You really want to look for that thread and fabric to match really just perfectly, and it's so pretty. If I take the pins out now so that you can start to see the fly, there it is. And you have your shield in the back. It's just a beautiful zipper. And notice I haven't pressed it as we've gone along or anything. One other point that I'm going to do is if you look in the back, the shield is free to kind of flap back and forth. I always make a horizontal stitch right here at the bottom. And what that will do is it'll just keep the piece of fabric actually behind the zipper so that it's no longer free to flap, and you'll see that in your pants. So there we have it. We have a beautiful fly. It lays nice and flat. You open it, voila, very simple. Let's just review those steps. Okay, step number 1 is I had the front of the pants sewn together. So just around the curve, I sewed the two fronts together, back stitching and sewing around the J. Then I went ahead and sewed the zipper on the folded piece and created what I called the zipper assembly. I folded the seam allowance back and covered that stitch with edge stitching, as we talked about before, right down to the point and back stitched. I took the single layer and sewed it to the other side of the pant, wrapped it around, creating this seam right along the front. I put 2 pins in there just to make sure that we held the center fronts together. I reached in, I did the back of the zipper onto the thinner piece of fabric, and I was on the back of the zipper. My needle could be left in the left-hand side. And then I went ahead and I top stitched the pant 1.25 inches, curved around to the front, back stitched, moving the zipper assembly out of the way so I could open the pant. I put it back and I did a horizontal stitch on the bottom. So it's step by step, but it's very simple to do. And there you have it. Beautiful fly front.